Good evening everyone. Today we will be covering the fifth scenario of the Apex Trigger series, in which if a opportunity stage is set to close one, then we need to create a task assigned to a opportunity owner so that he can split the revenue among the multiple team members. So this is a small use case that we will be covering. Also today in this scenario we will be covering the best practice of a trigger factory. Why trigger factory is being used, I have already told you in the last video that we will be keeping one trigger per object. So let's see how we will be doing it. So let's start with the scenario. Question here comes, do we need to follow the before update operation or a after update operation? So in last video as well we talked about the record ID, that if we don't require a record ID we can go with the before, or if we need to do validation we need to go with the before operation. But here what I need to do, if the record is status is changed to close one, so also we are needing a update operation. In update operation the record ID is available, but if the stage is changed to close one, then only I need to create a case. So we need to perform the operation after the record has been updated. So that is it. So we will be using the after update scenario. So let's create a trigger on opportunity in which we will be writing a trigger on after update scenario. So first of all I will be opening the new file, new, then we will be clicking on Apex Trigger, and here I will be naming it opportunity trigger. And here what I will be doing, I will be selecting the opportunity object. So as soon as you select the opportunity object, you will be getting the body of opportunity. So here I will be doing the after update operation, after update, because I will be playing around with the after update operation. So here I was telling that we will be using the trigger factory. So first of all we will be using the context variables in order to check, that is if trigger dot is update and trigger dot and trigger dot is after. If this is a use case, then what we will be using, we will be writing the line of code that is mandate in this trigger, and else code we will be writing in the separate place. Now what is a separate place here? So we will be linking this trigger with the Apex class, that will be handler class or action class. So let's see the best practice how we will be doing. So now I will be creating a new Apex class. The Apex class name will be opportunity trigger helper handler. So I will be keeping the class name as handler. So in handler I will be creating multiple method like public static void update opportunity handler final. Like this I will be also creating one more method, that is copy. I will be copying it and then pasting this as insert. Since we are only using update operation, so we will be just writing an insert method. Here we will be writing a code for this trigger. So here now we have to use this method in the trigger, so that we will be writing the main code in this class, and the trigger exception like before insert, after insert there. So let's save this out. So as soon as I make the edit in here, so next step is, so what I will be passing, that is my class name, that is opportunity trigger handler opportunity. So let's copy the name, that is opportunity trigger handler. Since we are using the static method, we don't need to create an object, we can directly call it from class. I will be passing. So here what I need to do, I will be passing the method name that I will be using. So I will be pasting the name here, and finally I will be passing. So as you see that in mostly update scenarios, we pass trigger.new because that give me the reference for the variable. So here I will be passing trigger.new, trigger.new. So as soon as I pass trigger.new, I will be getting an error here because the method in the trigger handler don't exist. We are passing the parameter here, but we are not catching the parameter in the handler class. So as we are working with trigger.new provide me a list of opportunity that is being referenced. So we are not writing a code for one record, we are writing a code so that 1000 or 1 crore records come, then also our trigger will process. So in order with that reference, trigger.new always provide me the list of contact, so list of opportunities. So I will be passing the list of opportunity, that is new records. So as soon as I save this out, so there also my trigger will, the problem will also go back because now the method exists there. So now this is basically the best practice that we followed here. So I hope you have understand the concept of trigger factory. Now moving ahead in the handler class, now all the things will happen here. So as we do in the trigger.new, so similarly here the list is coming as opportunity OPR record. Instead of trigger.new, now we are getting a list of new records. As soon as we get these record, next step is we need to check if the stage is equal to close one. So I will be checking if OPR record dot stage name double equal to close one. I'm not sure about the API name, so I will first save this record. If the problem is getting generated, or let's make it a practice, let's check the API name of a stage name if it is a stage name, because I'm not 100% sure. So let's search for opportunity. When I click on opportunity, so in opportunity I go on field and relationship. Here I search for stage. So here the field is stage name, so I will be copying it. The field name is same, but I was in impression that it is not. So what we need to do, if it is equal to stage name, so I have kept the in the notes. When the opportunity is set to close one, create a task. So we need to create a separate object, record in separate object, that is task. So what we will need to do, we need to create a task t1 equal to new task. So I have created new task. So first is I will be passing my what ID. So what is what ID? So since you want to associate this task with the opportunity, we have two reference variable. One is who ID and another is what ID. Let's open the task reference variable, reference guide Salesforce. So when you click on it, since task object is linked with multiple objects, account, opportunity, contact, it is linked to multiple. So we are referring with it with two records. One is what ID, one is who ID. What ID means non-living things, opportunity is non-living. Then we talk about contact is living, so contact will be using who ID. So I was just telling you before going on the reference. So let's search, these are the task reference variable. So we have account ID as well, but earlier, and we refer it with 2ID, that is what ID. So this is the what ID. So what ID is represent the non-human objects such as account, opportunity, campaign, cases. So when you have to link these objects, then you will be referring the what ID. But if you want to refer living beings, so you will be referring the who ID. So who ID is referred to here in the lead and contact, if you are linking the task with lead and contact, you must be referring it with the who id. Okay, I hope this is clear. Other than this, we will be using the subject. So these are all the fields. If you want to search any field of any standard table, then this is a reference guide for you. You can always reference this. So let's go on the Apex Trigger. So I will be referring what id. So here what id is equal to OPR record dot id. So this is the first thing. Similarly, t1 dot assign to id, that is owner id. So assign to id is owner id. We already have used is in our test class of our previous trigger, so we know that OPR record dot owner id. So just as t1 dot subject is equal to, so split revenue. So I give the subject it like this. Other than this, t1 dot description is equal to split the revenue among each team member. So this is the message that I'm adding. So this is the message. After this, I want to add one more field, that is t1 dot priority, and I'm setting it to high. So as soon as a task is created, so my task has been created, but this is a separate object. This is not the because if we talk about previous objects, we were using before records and we were not making any DML operations. Why this is so? Because all the operations is on the same object and we are using the Salesforce DML in order to update the record. But opportunity has already been updated here, so we need to create new task record here. So what I will be doing, I will be first creating a list of task creation, task list. So I will be creating task list equal to new list of task. So I will be covering it like this. So I think the semicolon has been added at the wrong place, so it happens in the code. So now what we will be doing, since this is, so we will be adding task list dot add. So here we will be adding t1. So as soon as a t1 is added, after doing this, so if we will be going out of the for loop, and then if, so we will be now inserting these tasks. If this list is not empty, if task list dot is empty, if this is not empty, so I have added not empty, then I will be inserting task list. So these checks are very important when you are writing a code. Why? Because these, let's take an example, there is no task and you are doing the DML statement, then your trigger may be fall to error. So it is always a best case in order to follow the best practice. So now I will be saving this handler and we will be testing this trigger if this is working or not working. So let's go on the opportunity. So I will be updating the record. I will not be doing anything other than updating the record. I will be going on opportunity. I will be picking on that opportunity that is already in the system. So instead I will be picking this where status equal to ID decision maker. So here if I see there is no task created, so I simply select close one and then select the stage equal to close one. This happened in the last scenario as well. The trigger don't get saved and we again land. So I just want to check if all the things are saved. So is update is after, and now everything is fine. So now we can test it without any worry. So as soon as I save the record, the split revenue task has been generated. So here you will be seeing that it has been assigned to Trishu receiver because I was the owner of that opportunity. Split revenue is the subject, priority is high, status equal to not started, we haven't, and related to has been populated with the record ID, with the opportunity ID here, and also we also get a comments here that is split the revenue among each member. So now we will be writing a test class for it. So let's go with the test class for this trigger. So I will be writing a separate test class. So I will be creating an Apex class. So opportunity trigger. So I know that the spelling is wrong. So let's go with the wrong spelling, opportunity, or we can keep it right spelling also. Opportunity trigger test. So this is the test class name. So as soon as I save this class, so after saving this class, I will be creating @test method, @is test, and after this what I will be doing, I will be creating a test method as well, @is test, public static void test method 1, and here I will be creating one opportunity OPR equal to new opportunity. So what I will be doing, we will be creating one user so that the assigned to line also get covered. So I have picked the reference in the previous video, but we have done in this different playground. So let's pick, so code for creating user in test class. So you can pick any link. So not interested, we are not interested right now because we know that code worked earlier as well. So I will be picking this line and I will be creating a separate user with Shyam Mishra name. Okay, so here instead of doing this, so what I will be doing, I will be setting this code that select where is equal to system admin. So we don't want to take a risk that that should not work. System administrator trader. So after that I will be using the first name as Shyam, first name equal to Shyam, and here Mishra, and Shyam M, and Shyam Mishra 15/8/0/255. I don't want to take a risk, that's why I'm proactive with the fields of user. So now what I need to do, so I will be running this record as this user. So I will be cutting it here and I will be pasting it here. So instead of here, so what I will be doing, OPR dot owner ID is equal to u dot ID. So this is the second field. And what are all other opportunity fields? So let's see here. So what are all required field? So we have opportunity name, that is required, close date is required. So let's go on the developer console, UID, other than this, OPR dot close date equal to date dot today. So let's save this out and test if this is creating an issue or we need something else in order to save it. So I don't think there it will raise any issue. So no, it has saved date dot today. Other than this, what we need to update, we need to update the stage name equal to prospective. So OPR dot stage name equal to prospecting. So prospecting, so I will be keeping it as prospecting, and OPR dot name is equal to test for close one status, so after making it, so let's close it. So I will be inserting this opportunity. I know that the trigger is on update, so let's first test this out, and if any issue is raising in this insert, then we can fix it and further we can proceed further. So logs, so in test is also passed, but if I talk about my opportunity, so in the coverage is coming 0, and here also the coverage is coming 0 because my trigger is on update. So what I will be doing, I will be updating my scenario. First I will be setting the stage equal to other than close one. So if dot stage name equal to, I will be keeping it as closed lost. So if I do it close lost, then I'm updating OPR. So as soon as I update it to close lost, my trigger will work. I will get some test coverage, but I will not get 100%, or I will only get a 10-20% testing coverage. So we'll first go on the Apex trigger. So here also the coverage is coming. Why it is coming as none? So I think there is some typo issue here. We are executing the test, but that coverage is not coming earlier. So let's see. Now the coverage is coming as 92%. So this has been covered. 19, all that line has been covered, but one insert method is not covered for this class because we haven't written any code for the insert operation. And also we will be testing for trigger. What is the test coverage on the trigger? So let's go on the trigger, opportunity trigger. Let's open it, and here also we will be getting the 100%. So this is covering. Just one line is there. That line has not been used because insert method has not been used. So that's why the test coverage is coming as 92%. If we remove this line, then our line of code coverage will be 100%. But I kept this line so that I can elaborate you the concept of trigger factory. So this complete our fifth video of Apex Trigger. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel, and please feel free to comment if any other information is required from mine. Thank you. Thanks everyone.